Hi guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, I'll show you how I made this simple granny bucket hat. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe. Okay, so first guys, let's go ahead and measure our head circumference. So to do that, just grab your tape measure and measure. So I have here 22, so that's 22 inches. So if you have 21.5 to 22.5 inches, you can go ahead and follow the exact same pattern that we have in this tutorial. But if you have a bigger size or a smaller size, you might need to have a bigger crown. So I'll also show that in this tutorial. So for this tutorial, I'm using a 5-ply milk cotton yarn. So this is category 4 or worsted weight yarn. We also need a 4.5 millimeter hook size. Of course, you need your stitch marker, a yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. To start with your hat, grab your yarn and your hook, and we're going to start with a magic ring. So for beginner who doesn't know how to do a magic ring, I'll just show you that. So grab the tail of your yarn like this, like so, and then wrap it around your fingers and make an X like that. Insert your hook under the first strand and grab the yarn like so. Now you have your magic ring. That. Okay, and now to start with the pattern, chain 2, 1, 2. Chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so we'll start making a double crochet. So make 12 double crochets inside the magic ring. So yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring, yarn over, pull through, okay, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's your first double crochet. Now grab your stitch marker and add a stitch marker on top of the first double crochet, like so. Now continue making 11 more double crochets in the same loop. So yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through, and you now have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your second double crochet. So I'll just continue making the double crochets until I have a total of 12 double crochets in the same loop. So once you have your 12 double crochets, you should have something like this. Now you can pull the tail. So just take this tail, and now we're going to pull it to close the space. There you go. There you go. Now you have something like this. To finish the row, just take your stitch marker and make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, like so. Okay, let me just do that again. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through that loop. There you go. So you finish your first row. For the second row, it's going to be an increase for the entire stitches. So chain 2, we're not counting this as a stitch. This is just to make it level with our first double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in the first double crochet and make a double crochet. That's your first, and one more double crochet in the same stitch here, same stitch. There you go. Now I just want to add the stitch marker on the first double crochet, not on the chain 2, but the first double crochet here. And now we'll continue making 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So again, yarn over, next stitch is this, so we'll make 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Okay, I'll show you that one more time. So again, in this next stitch, 1, in the same stitch, 2. So that's your increase. Continue making 2 double crochets in each stitch around until you reach the end of the row. And by the end of the row, you should have something like this, and you should have a total of 24 stitches, 24 double crochets. So first is 12, this one is 24. To end the row, just remove your stitch marker and make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, like so. Now for the third row, of course, we're increasing 12 times again. So to do that, chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch, and make 1 double crochet in the first stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet, add your stitch marker, and in the next stitch make 2 double crochets or make your increase in the next stitch. So yarn over, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, so that's your increase. There you go. So again, next 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and again 2 double crochets in the next. So the pattern until you reach the end of this row will be 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets in the next. 1, 2. Okay, so just continue that until you reach the end of your row. You should end with an increase. I'll meet you once you reach the end of the row. Alright guys, so I've completed my row 3. So to end the row, just remove the stitch marker and slip stitch. So just insert your hook on top of the first double crochet, yarn over and pull through the loop. There you go. For row 3, you should have a total of 36 double crochets. For row 4, we'll increase another 12 stitches. So I'll show you that. Chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch. Make 1 double crochet in the first double crochet here. That's 1 double crochet in the next stitch, like so. and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So just make your increase in the next stitch. 1, 2. All right, so the pattern will be 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. 1, same stitch, 2. Again, 1 double crochet, next 1 double crochet, so that's 2 times, and then increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, so that's the increase. So just continue doing that until you reach the end of your row, and again you should end with an increase. And again guys, to finish the row, just make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, like so. By the end of row 4, you should have a total of 48 double crochets. For row 5, another increase, so we're still increasing for row 5. Chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch. We're going to make 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So first one is here, that's 1. I'll just add my stitch marker, then make 1 double crochet in the next, and another 1 double crochet in the next. So that's 3 double crochets, and we'll make the increase on top of the next stitch. That's 1, 2. In the next 3 stitches, make 1 double crochet in each, and then increase. So that's the pattern. Again, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 more double crochet, and then increase. 1, 2. 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So that is the pattern for your row 5. By the end of the row, you should have a total of 60 double crochets. And again, you should end with an increase. All right, and I'll meet you once you reach the end of your row. Okay guys, so this is how it should look like. I finished my row 5 and I should have 60 double crochets. So I'll just remove my stitch marker and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, like so. So as I mentioned from the beginning of this tutorial, my head circumference is 22 inches. So for the crown, I'm aiming for 6 inches. So I only have 5.2. I'll just add 1 more row of increase for the crown. So if your head circumference is from 21 to 23, you will also be needing 6 inches for the crown. If you're using the same category yarn number or yarn size and hook size, as well as for the tension, you should be ending the same size as mine. But if you're using a different size or a smaller size hook and a smaller size yarn, you might be needing to increase more to reach 6 inches. Or if you're using a bigger size hook and a bigger size yarn, then you should just end with 5 rows of increase. All right, so continue for the row 6, chain 2. Again, we're not counting that as a stitch. So for row 6, just make 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet here. I'll add my stitch marker. And then 1 double crochet again in the next stitch. And now we'll make the increase. So make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2. There you go. Now this is going to be the repeat. We'll make 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the next, we'll increase. 1, and then 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So that will be the pattern. Again, 1 double crochet in the next 4. I'll do that one more time to show you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now in the next stitch will be the increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. There you go. Like so. So continue doing that until you reach here. You should have 2 double crochets remaining. So once you reach your last increase, you should have 2 double crochets remaining, or last 2 stitches. So again, I'll just continue with the pattern of 4 double crochets, increase, and I'll meet you once you reach here. Okay guys, so I just have here the last 3 stitches, so I'll make the last increase. 1, 2. Now I have 2 double crochets remaining, so I'll just make 1 double crochet in each stitch. So this is 1 and 2. Okay, so there. Now to finish or end the row, we'll just make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, like so. There you go. We have the crown. So let's just check if I have 6 inches. If it's a little bit over 6 inches, that should be fine. There you go. There. But if it's like 6.5 or 7, that's gonna be huge for a 22 to 23 head circumference. So you need to change the yarn size or the hook size. Now we'll start with the body of our hat. So this is going to be the granny stitch. So chain 2, 1, 2, and then make 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. So 1, yarn over, 2. So the chain 2 here counts as your first double crochet. So we have 3 stitches. Add your stitch marker on top of the double crochet. Oh, sorry, chain 2. Okay. Now skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and on the third we'll make 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. So the pattern will be skip 2 and then make 3 double crochets in the next stitch. So that's 1, 2, and 3, like so. Okay, so again I'll show you that. We'll skip 2, and on the third we'll make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, like so. So I'll continue doing that until I reach the end of my row, but you should end with 2 remaining stitches. So your last cluster or double crochet cluster will be here. Alright guys, so as you can see, I finished the last 3 double crochets and I have 2 remaining stitches. So of course we're skipping that. Remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch on top of the chain 2. So yarn over and pull through the loop. So there, you finished your first row of your the body of the hat. Now for row 2, and this is going to be the repeat until we have row 8. So chain 2, again it already counts as your first stitch. Turn your work, so again let me just show you that. So you just need to turn your work, so you will be working on this side instead of this side. There you go, like so. So I just turned my work, and now I have here the first space. So make 2 double crochets in that space. So this is 1 and 2. There you go. Now I'd like to add the stitch marker on top of the chain 2, like so. You can also add chain 3 or chain 2, whatever you like, but yeah, I like chain 2 instead of chain 3. Now to continue with row 2, just make 3 double crochets on top of each in each space. Okay, so this is the next space. Make 3 double crochets, so 1, 2, and 3, like so. And again, just make 3 double crochets in the next space. 1, 2, and 3. So all space will make 3 double crochets. There you go. Oops, sorry. That's your first, second, and then your third. All right. So just continue doing that, guys, until you reach the very last space, and then we'll slip stitch again on top of the chain 2. Alright, so there you go, guys. I am at the last space, so I already made my 3 double crochets in that space. So I'll just skip this double crochets, and I'll make a slip stitch on top of the chain 2 or chain 3, whatever you have there, like so. Now we'll just repeat we'll repeat row 2. So of course you're gonna chain 2 or chain 3, and then you are going to turn your work. In each row we're going to turn our work, and we'll be working on the other side. Okay, so right now I've already turned my work and made a chain 2, and I'll make 2 double crochets in that same space. 1, 2, and again I'll just put the stitch marker on top of the chain 2, and I'll continue making 3 double crochets in each space. There you go. So again, guys, just continue doing this or repeating row 2 until you reach the measurement of your hat or the body of the hat. Or for me, I'm going to make 7 to 8 rows of this repeats. Okay, guys, so I am finished. I think I'm good with the height of the body, so I actually end up making 7 rows of the granny stitch, and the body is 3.5 inches. So I have here almost 3.5 inches. Let's just lay them flat. Okay. Yeah, just 3.3 inches. So you can make a 3.5 or the same size as mine, but I only have 7 rows of granny stitch. So if you want it longer, if you think you have a bigger forehead, you can add 1 more, but not more than 8. Another thing, guys, I also end up on the right side of the hat, so you can see that this is the right side, and I won't have to turn my work. You should be on the right side to start the brim. If you end up on this side, something like this, then you need to turn your work, and you should be working on the right side. So since my last row is on the right side, I don't have to turn my work, so I'll just continue working. And now this is the last part of our tutorial. This is the brim of your hat. So to start, chain 2. This doesn't count as a stitch again, so we'll make 1 double crochet in the first stitch from your hook. Okay, so this is first double crochet. Add your stitch marker on top of the first double crochet and make 1 more double crochet in the next. So this is the next stitch, and then we'll make an increase. So increase in the 3rd stitch. That means you'll make 2 double crochets in the same stitch, like so. Okay, now again here is the 3 double crochets, so make 1 double crochet in the next 2. So 1, 1, and then increase again, so 2 double crochets, like so. All right, so that's gonna be the repeat for row 1 of your brim. So 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and then increase, 2, and then increase, 1 and 2, like so. All right, so I'll just continue making that until I reach the end of my row. And again, you should be ending with an increase, so you should end your row with an increase. Okay, and I'll meet you once you reach the end of your row. Okay, so I have here the end of the row. So again, I end up with an increase. So now we're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So just remove your stitch marker, insert your hook, and then slip stitch like so. Okay, so that's the first row of your brim. Now we'll continue with row 2. So chain 2. Again, we're not counting this as a stitch, so we'll make 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll make it my first double crochet, 1, and then I'll add the stitch marker, 2, 3, and now we'll make the increase, 1, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So that's the pattern all around. So again, we'll make 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So first double crochet, second, and the third one, and now we'll make the increase in the next stitch. So 2 double crochets in the same space, like so. So again, I'll just repeat the same pattern until we reach the end of the row, and you should end the row with an increase. So just continue doing that, and I'll meet you once you reach the end of your row. Alright, now I've already completed my second row. So again, I end up with the increase. Now to finish the row, just remove your stitch marker and slip stitch. There you go. Now for row 3 of your brim, we'll make few more increases. So I'll just start with chain 2. Chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so we'll make 1 double crochet in the next 9 stitches. So all 9 stitches, just make 1 double crochet. To make that, so I'll start here. That's 1. Add your stitch marker on top of the first double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's 9 double crochet. Now we'll make the increase in the next stitch. So make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. There you go. So that is the pattern or the repeat for this row. So 1 double crochet in the next 9 stitches and then increase. So just continue doing that until you reach the end of your row, and again you should be ending with an increase. You should end your row with an increase. Okay. 8 and 9 and then increase. So 1 and 2. So I'll just continue doing that. Repeat 9 double crochets, increase until you reach the end of your row, and I'll meet you once you get here. Alright guys, so I've completed my 3rd row and now I'm ready to make a slip stitch. So again, I end up with an increase, and I'll just remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch like so. There you go. Now for row 4, we're not gonna make any increase, so I'll just make 1 double crochet in each stitch. To do that, chain 2, again doesn't count as a stitch, and we'll make 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So yarn over, insert your hook, and make a double crochet. So that's the first double crochet. I'll add a stitch marker, and then 1 double crochet in the next, and again 1 double crochet in the next, and just like that, just make 1 double crochet in each stitch until you reach the end of your row. So this is the end. Okay, and once you reach that, I'll meet you and we'll continue with the last row for the brim. There you go guys, so I've completed my 4th row for the brim, and I'll just go ahead and remove my stitch marker and make a slip stitch. Now for the 5th and final round for this brim, I'll just make 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So to do that, just chain 1. Chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. We'll just go ahead and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So here is the first stitch. So just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's your first single crochet. Now I'm gonna add a stitch marker on top of the first single crochet, and I'll continue making 1 single crochet around. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So I'll just continue doing that in each stitch like so, and I'll meet you once you reach the end of your row. Alright guys, and just to finish the row, I'll just remove the stitch marker and I'll make a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet like so. Now you can finish off, so just chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a long tail so you can sew them later, and there you go. I'll just go ahead and weave the ends and your hat is finished. You now have your simple granny bucket hat. Okay, so there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You completed your bucket hat. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And hit that bell button so you will be notified if we have new tutorials. Thank you, guys. Bye!